All right, so specialization or finding a niche. How important do you think it is for an agent to brand themselves within a certain niche or subject matter or specialization? Like, do you see the idea of specializing in a niche as being more effective than being somebody that, I'm from Seattle, right? So you get these, you have agents who they will literally sell houses from Everett, down to Tacoma and everywhere in between, and it's, a 200-mile radius, and they'll go anywhere and everywhere. Do you think that's more or less effective than having some kind of a niche that you really focus in on and try to exploit to the best of your ability?
I'm a big believer in niching, and I come from the commercial real estate world where a lot of real estate professionals, try to dabble, if you will, in the commercial real estate business. It's a very difficult business to understand, to do it well, and it's not a part-time thing. You really need to spend time in it. So I truly believe in focusing on a niche, and the reason for that is you want people to seek you out as the expert. I can tell you that, in all of my years in the real estate business, I have never had anyone pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, Rick, do you happen to know someone who sort of kind of knows something about the Everett, Washington marketplace? They have only ever called me and said, hey, Rick, who's the expert in Everett, Washington? I'm looking to, I'm looking for this type of a property in Everett, Washington. Who can you connect me with? And you want to strive to be the real estate professional that immediately comes to mind for your manager or your broker or even for a competitor in the market. I've seen people build very, very successful real estate careers focused on niches, whether it's luxury real estate, REO, commercial, land, multifamily, urban, farm and ranch. It comes back to your personal brand. Obviously, as the CEO of Century 21, I'm a big believer in brands. I'm a big believer in what a brand can bring you, the type of recognition that it can bring you with the general consumer. But I'm also a big believer in a personal brand. I've got a mantra that is that our brand's reputation and position is solely based in the local market on three things. And that is the professionals we associate. That's our agents. It's the agent who hands out our business card every single day. It's them and their personal brand and their reputation and ability to serve the consumer that becomes our brand. Secondly, it's the companies that we affiliate. So it's our local market broker. It's their ability to, create an environment for agents to be successful. It's how they're viewed as a business owner in the community. Do they have integrity? Do they run a business of ethics? Do they give back to the community where they live and work? And because their reputation is our reputation. And then finally, of course, we're in the real estate business, so it's the transactions we complete. Some people have a real estate brand personally because they're known to sell all the luxury property in the market, or they're known to sell the commercial property in the market. And we're an industry that talks a lot about itself and a lot about each other as competitors in the marketplace. You want to be the person that everyone talks about, that you fit a particular niche in that market. And that's your personal brand. So I'm a huge believer in a niche focus. I'm not saying pigeonhole yourself, because there's always room to grow and always opportunity for other business, but you want to be the expert in one aspect of the business.
There's a lady she's an ActiveRain member, and she's become a friend of mine over the years, and about 4 years ago she decided that she was going to pick a niche, and like you said, she didn't pigeonhole herself, right? She's still going to sell condos in downtown Seattle or whatever, but she picked the niche of houseboats in Seattle, and we've got Lake Union, and if you've ever seen Sleepless in Seattle, like they live on a houseboat there, but she's really in the last 4 years just been ultra focused on that niche, and being the person when you're searching online, you find her, and now she's starting to become that person that if you're looking for a houseboat in Seattle, Courtney's the person you should go to. So yeah, and she's told me, that it's really changed her business. Like it's just allowed her to really open up doors that she didn't, she was never able to before.